March Madness 2015, and out of the East region, we get our first upset in the round of 32 here in day one, as we had the number 8 seeded North Carolina State facing up against the number 1 seeded Villanova. And what a game this was between the Wolfpack and the Wildcats. In the first half, NC State took control, but Villanova came right back, and these two teams were trading the lead back and forth. And then in the closing moments of the first half, Trevor Lacey nailed a huge three-point jumper to put the Wolfpack up by 4 at halftime with the score 32-28. Then in the second half, North Carolina State would push their lead to as many as 12 points, but Villanova wouldn't go away. They fought back in this game with clutch three-point shooting and clutch free throw shooting. Then, with 1:29 left to play, Darren Hillard nailed a three-pointer to make it a 4-point game at 66-62. They would then send Anthony Barber to the line, and the Wolfpack would get 1 of 2, and that made it a 5-point game. Hillard came up with another big tray for Villanova, and now it was a 2-point game at 67-65 with 41 seconds left on the clock in regulation. They then were forced to foul Anthony Barber, the Wolfpack. He went to the line, and Barber hit both free throws, and now it's back to a 4-point lead for the Wolfpack. Hilliard then missed a three-pointer, and then they ended up fouling Freeman. Freeman got the defensive board. That was a huge difference in this game. We'll go over that in a moment, but the defensive boards by the Wolfpack were huge for them. Freeman goes to the line. He's actually not a good free throw shooter, and we saw that in this moment right here as he missed both free throw shots. That would give the Wildcats another chance, down by 4. Hilliard puts up another tray and buries the long three, and it was now a 1-point game with 1.7 or 1.4 seconds on the clock. They fouled Ralston Turner, sent him to the line. Turner is one of the best free throw shooters for the Wolfpack, and they actually were reviewing to see if it was a flagrant foul, but they just gave him the 2 shots. And so during that time, Villanova was able to draw up some kind of play based on what would happen after the 2 free throws by Turner. Turner buried both of them, and now it was a 3-point lead for NC State. And Villanova had the ball with a chance, 1.4 seconds on the clock, down by 3, needing the 3 to tie this game. They had some time, but not much time, and they threw it the length of the court, and Josh Hart turns it over with a long Hail Mary pass that was intercepted by NC State. Of course, that's a football term, but NC State did come up with the ball as the clock expired, and the Wolfpack is dancing on to the Sweet 16 with the upset. A huge victory for the Wolfpack as they win by 3 with the final score NC State 71, Villanova 68. We look inside the numbers. How did the Wolfpack upset Villanova? Well, they had 4 starters in double digits. 2 starters had double-doubles. Lennard Freeman had 11 points and 12 boards, 9 of which came on the defensive glass and 2 blocked shots. Abul-Malik had 13 points and 12 boards as well, and an assist, so double-doubles for Freeman and Anthony Barber had 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Trevor Lacey had 17 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, and a steal. Ralston Turner had 4 points, a rebound, and 2 assists. Of course, 2 of those 4 points came at the most clutch moment there at the end as he buried those 2 free throws, as he was 4 for 4 from the line, all 4 of his points coming from the foul line. Although the Wildcats did have a higher percentage from the foul line. The Wildcats shot 91.3% from the foul line, and the Wolfpack shot 74.1%, but they actually made almost the same amount of foul shots, as North Carolina State had 20 foul shots that they made, and Villanova had 21. So they both came up big from the foul line, although Villanova had a higher percentage. But where the Wolfpack came up strong in this game, what enabled them to upset the number 1 seeded Villanova Wildcats, was their presence in the paint They were crashing the glass, crashing the board on defense. They had 32 defensive rebounds versus Villanova's 20 defensive rebounds. And overall, they had 45 rebounds versus just 32 rebounds for the Wildcats. So that's how the Wolfpack did it. They did it with their big men. Abu came up really strong. So did Freeman. Anya also off the bench had a couple of boards. He came up big earlier in the round of 64. Desmond Lee also had a couple boards off the bench. He had 7 points off the bench. The leading scorer in the game was Darren Hillard II for Villanova. He put up 27 points. He had a rebound and a steal. He was 5 for 5 from the line, 6 for 10 from downtown. Phil Booth came off the bench for Villanova and hit 3 3-pointers. That was his 9 points. He also had 2 boards as well. And Okafu had 11 boards, just 4 points, a steal, and a block shot in the losing effort. And Pinkston put up 13 and 6 boards as well for Villanova. But the Wolfpack was moving the ball around really well. Although Villanova was sticking in this game with, the 3-point shots and the free throw shots, and they also were getting some turnovers, but the defensive boards for NC State is what kept them in control for most of the game. It almost slipped out of their hands in the final moments as Darren Hillard hit 3 huge 3-pointers in the final 90 seconds of this game. But even with that huge performance at the end, it wouldn't be enough to overcome the strong presence of North Carolina State in the paint with those defensive boards that gave them enough of a lead, and they were able to get those boards also at the end of the game. Of course, when Hilliard missed the one shot he missed from 3-point land in the final 90 seconds, since he took 4 shots from beyond the arc, he made 3 of them. I mean, that's 75%. That's excellent. But they got that big rebound, although, Freeman getting the board, he did end up missing the foul shots, but that took up some time, and it allowed the Wolfpack to win this game. And Turner coming up with those clutch free throw shots, as you can't say enough about that free throw shooting. As we've seen in this tournament, you cannot shoot, too good from the line. The better you shoot from the free throw line, the better chance you're going to have to win. In NC State, they are moving on to the Sweet 16. They will be playing on Thursday, March 26th in the East region, waiting to see who they will face in the game between Northern Iowa and Louisville. That's going to be starting up momentarily. But they pull off the first upset of the round of 32, and the first day of the round of 32, a bracket-busting win for the Wolfpack as they move on in the East, and they move on in March Madness, dancing their way into the Sweet 16 with the final score, North Carolina State 71, Villanova 68.